Noon, Jacksonville police have released a photo of a gun that's part of an investigation into an officer-involved shooting. Police say this rifle was found on the back seat of the vehicle. According to JSO, officers attempted to stop a vehicle that was traveling in the wrong direction along Moncrief Road and 45th Street, but they say the driver did not stop. That's when they say the driver crashed into another vehicle before eventually slamming into the base of a pedestrian bridge. They say an officer approached the vehicle where he fired after some sort of exchange with a person in the car. One man was killed, another is in critical condition.